I've got to ask Siri that question because I don't know the answer, quite honestly. Chase Claypool's out in Green Bay. We all expect to see Melvin Gordon III, Darrell Henderson Jr., and Tyler Lockett get out there for their respective teams today. Ian Rappaport, what else do you have right now?
Rich, Josh Gordon returned from suspension earlier this week and signed with the Kansas City Chiefs practice squad, but he is practicing, and I am told he has been really, really impressive. Looked great, 230 pounds. You would not know he was 30 years old. He looks, as one source described, like a gazelle, the kind of pure number one receiver the Chiefs don't really have, although they got a lot of really good weapons. Do not be surprised if he is active next week, Sunday Night Football, against the Bills, just depending on how fast he picks up the playbook. This has been excellent for the Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Tennessee Titans, A.J. Brown and Julio Jones both out today, both with hamstring injuries. Not good. And I'm not someone, Rich, who does projections. That's more of a Cynthia thing. But I would project Derrick Henry to have about 70 to 75 carries today for the Tennessee Titans. They're going to rely on this ground game without their weapons.
I think you need to check your calculator and your slide rule, Ian, to be very honest with you. Let's stay in your lane, and let's get into the lane of game theory presented by Microsoft Surface with Cynthia Freeland. The deep end of the NFL pool, the NFC West. We have some round-robin competition today, and you say the Cardinals win across the street today, huh?
This was a little surprising because we saw the Rams be so great last week, but when I dug into why 29-28 the upset happened, well, it was Kyler Murray, and the fact that Kyler Murray kind of rolling out, we haven't even seen him on designed runs yet, which is why you see for him 48 rush yards, which is more than he's had in any game so far, along with 264 through the air. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some tricks like maybe DeAndre Hopkins in the slot. Let's go.
Okay. The neighbors are going to be grumpy, according to Cynthia Freeland. And then the other NFC West game up in San Francisco or Santa Clara, another one-pointer, huh?
So here's what we see. It's going to be a really good weekend to watch NFC West games. So 1-point win here for the 49ers. Of course, George Kittle being the difference maker in here. We haven't seen him have that, fantasy explosion. And, Ian, there's room for you, Ian. You can always come do more projections with me, but I project 6 receptions,